Hello students, in the last video we did question number 2 of exercise 24b and that was based on shortcut method. Okay, so and the information, the question was given in a grouped data form. Okay, what is grouped data form? See, where the wages are given in range. This information, class interval, they are given in range. So what was the new step we had learned? That whenever you have a range like this, you have to find x from it. Okay, and how to find the x? You have to take the midpoint. So 50, 55, midpoint is this. Then 60, 65, this is the midpoint. 65, 70, this is the midpoint. So like this, we have to take the midpoint. That midpoint becomes x. Then f is already given in the question. Then you find d. D is deviation. Deviation is x minus a, where a is the assumed mean which we take. Okay, assumed mean. And then we find fd. F into d. Then how do we find d? Once we take assumed mean, x minus a. So from each value of x, I will subtract 72.5. So this value minus 72.5, this value minus 72.5. Like this you subtract. Okay. And then we get by multiplying f and this d, we get the answer fd here. Okay. So once we get all the values of fd, add all the values, then add all the values of f, and then mean for shortcut method is a plus summation of fd upon summation of f. So a is the 72.5, the assumed mean which we took, and summation of fd copied here, summation of f copied down here, and then divide and do the calculations, we'll get the answer. Then I gave you a few sums for practice from here. Now let's do some more sums based on shortcut method and direct method. Then if time permits, we'll do step deviation method also today. Okay. Now I am doing question number 5 from Concise. We are doing exercise 24b. Okay. In this exercise, in the question number 5, it is similar to the question we had done before. But for revision, it is important that when the value is unknown, one value is unknown, how to do the sum? We must know that method. So mean of the following distribution is, mean is already given, 21 1 upon 7. Find the value of f. Question is this, and the information given is 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, and 40 to 50. This is the information given. And these are the class interval. This is the class interval. See, I have told you whenever you get the information in range, that is called as the class interval. And here this is the frequency. The first row is always class interval, the second row is frequency, and the values are this. This value is unknown, f. The last value is 2. Now they have not mentioned that which method should we use, so we'll use direct method. Okay, direct method is a simple one where we find fx. So let's draw the table. Cumulative frequency, it is 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, and 40 to 50. Now see, I have told you whenever you have range given like this, whenever you have this range given, we have to find the value of x, the column of x. And whenever the range is given, so how to find x? The midpoint of this. Okay, so 0 to 10 midpoint is 5, 10 to 20 midpoint is 15, 20 to 30 midpoint is 25, correct? So directly 35, 45. This is the only difference is exercise A and exercise B. In exercise A, this was directly given in the question. In exercise B, they give you range and then we find this. Now next is frequency. So frequency is also given as 8, 22, 31, F and 2. Okay. Then this is direct method. So in direct method we find fx. Okay, method is not mentioned, so I am doing direct method. Now let's find fx. So multiplying these two numbers here, so 8 into 5 will give me 40, 22 into 15, so 220 plus 110, 330, 31 into 25 is 775. Here 35 into f, unknown value, 35 into f is 35f, and 45 into 2 is 90. Okay, once I add this, what will I get? Summation of this is summation of fx. Okay, so when you add this, we get these numbers. First I'll add these numbers. I will get 1, 2, 3, 5, and this 35f plus 35f. Okay, add the numbers and then write the variable. So this is the answer of summation of f. Then when I add all the values of f, this is summation of f. When I add all the values of f, this unknown variable will remain, otherwise everything will get added. So 63 plus f, see 8 plus 22 plus 31 plus 2, 63 plus this f. Okay, so now I have summation of f and I have summation of fx. So I'll use the formula for direct method. Mean is summation of fx upon summation of f. So summation of fx is 1235 plus 35f upon summation of f is 63 plus f. Now what is the value of mean? Mean is already given in the question. If you remember, 21 1 upon 7. Okay, so when I solve the mixed fraction, I'll get 147 plus 1, 148 upon 7. Now just cross multiply. When you cross multiply, we'll have 148 into 63 plus f is equals to 7 into 1235 plus 35f. Now it is pure simplification. So 148 into 63, I'll do the calculation here in rough work. 9324 plus 148f, 148 into f, 7 into 1235 is 8645 plus 35 into 7 is 245f. Now I'll shift this 8000 here and this 148f here. So 9324 minus 8645 is equals to 245f minus 148f. Let's subtract this. I'll get 679 and here I will get 97f. This will get divided. 679 upon 97, if you divide, you will get the answer as 7. So f is 7. Okay, copy the sum. First make the table. Next sum. Next, this was again the sum based on direct method only. Okay, and one unknown value was given. Now there is one more sum in this exercise, question number 8, which is similar to this, where we have one unknown value and we have to use direct method. Okay, so do this sum for practice. Then I'll do one more sum, question number 9 from this exercise, which has two unknown values, f1 and f2. We had done one sum like this in exercise A. We'll do one more sum here in exercise B, and then after this we'll do step deviation method. Okay. So exercise 24B, question number 9. This is the question. Now here you see the class interval is given in range, so we know we have to find the mid values x. Then there are two unknown values here, f1 and f2. Okay, this sum is similar to the sum we did in exercise A, 24A, sum number 13. Okay, this is similar to this sum, 24A, sum number 13. If you want to try this sum on your own, take a look at this sum and you can try it on your own also. Pause the video and try it on your own. So here again no method is mentioned, and what information is given here, mean is given as 62.8, and sum of all frequencies, they have given sum of all frequencies means summation of f. Sum of all frequencies means summation of f. Summation of f is given as 50. Okay, so let's make a table. Six values. See, you have to learn this pattern where you must directly know first we have to write class, then x, then f, then fx, because this is direct method. Okay, so class 0 to 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, and how to find x? X is the mid value, so 0 to 20, the middle value 0 to 20 is 10, 20 to 30 it is 20 to 40 it is 30, 40 to 60 50. See, now it is following a pattern. Mid values 100 to 120, mid value is 110, so we got x. F is already given in the question, 5, f1 10, f2 7 and 8. I told you last time also, these type of sums are a bit lengthy, their calculation is difficult. Okay, they never came in board exams, but they are there in syllabus, so they may come. Now fx, how to find fx? Multiplying these two values. So let's multiply 10 into 5, 50, 30 into f1, 30 f1, 500, 70 f2, 9 sevens are, oh I'm sorry, 630, 9 sevens are 630, and this is 880. Okay, we'll add all these values. Okay, so this is summation of fx. I'll write the value here because it is a big value. You can draw the table also, draw this column, fx column, a little broader so that you can include the value here, answer here. Okay, and when I'll add this is summation of f. So when I add this, 50 plus 500 plus 630 plus 880, correct? Variables, I cannot add the variables, so I'll add the numbers. I'll get 2060 plus 30 f1 plus 70 f2. Okay, this is the value of summation of fx. Then summation of f, add all the values here, 5 plus 10 15, 15 plus 7 22, 22 plus 8 30. So this is 30 plus f1 plus f2. See, there is f1 here and f2 here. Okay, now I have all this. I'll write the formula for mean. Mean is summation of fx upon summation of f. So mean is already given in the question. Acha, before that, just a second, before finding mean, first there is one more information given. Sum of all frequencies, summation of f is 50. Summation of f is given as 50, but we got the answer summation of f here as 30 plus f1 plus f2. So let's write here summation of f is 30 plus f1 plus f2. This value is given in the question as 50. The 50 is equals to 30 plus f1 plus f2. 30 will get subtracted. 50 minus 30 is f1 plus f2. So 20 is equals to f1 plus f2. This is my first equation. Okay, first, always in these type of questions, first use this information, sum of all frequencies, and find the first equation. Now I'll use mean, 62.8. Mean is 62.8. So mean is summation of fx upon summation of f. Mean is already given as 62.8, which is equals to summation of fx is this 2060 plus 30 f1 plus 70 f2 upon summation of f. This value, summation of f, in the denominator. Don't use this value of equations. We already know the value summation of f, it is 50. So use this value here, 50. See, these steps which I am following, they are standard steps. They are there in all the sums. There is no change in this. Like first we have to find fx. You will get two variables here. Then we will use the value 50 and find the first equation. Then we use the mean formula. These are standard steps. So you have to remember these steps. Okay. Here I got this. Then the 50 will get multiplied with 62.5. So 62.5 into 50 will give me 3140. 3140 is equals to 2060 plus 30 f1 plus 70 f2. Okay, now this will get subtracted. 3140 minus 2060. So I'll directly write the answer here. It is 1080 equals to 30 f1 plus 70 f2. Okay, let's divide by 10. Let's divide this by 10. So zeros will get cancelled. You will get 108 is equals to 3f1 plus 7f2. Okay, this is my second equation. Now I have this first equation. This is the second equation. Now we have to solve them simultaneously. That part I am leaving on you. Solve it simultaneously yourself for homework. You will get the answers as f1 will be 8 and f2 will be 12. I have checked the answer behind. Answer is f1 is 8, f2 is 12. Okay. Copy the sum. I hope you have understood. If not, rewind the video and watch it again. You will properly understand it. Now we have covered a lot of topics like see, we did sums on raw data. Okay, we did sums on direct method. Then we did sums on direct method with one variable not known, one variable unknown. Then we did sums with direct method, two variables unknown, like this one, two variables unknown. Okay. Then we did shortcut method, and then we did grouped data also. Grouped data means this type of data where you find the mid values. So grouped data where you have to find the mid values. So these are the type of sums which we have done till now in the two exercise. Now in this exercise only we have step deviation also. So let's do a sum of step deviation now. Okay, this is the most lengthy method, lengthiest. Okay, so this sum, if it comes in exam, it will come for at least 4 or maximum 5 marks, step deviation. So let's start step deviation. If you are using a small notebook, then this sum will not fit in your book. So make sure you have a long book, very broad, because there are a lot of calculations in this sum. Okay, so I'll do sum number in exercise 24b only. I'll do sum number 3. Question number 3. Although I gave this sum for homework in the last video for practice, because this question number 3 they have asked us to find using shortcut method also and using step deviation also. So shortcut we had already done, that is why I gave you homework. Now we'll do the same sum by step deviation method. Okay, so I'll just copy the question quickly. I'll directly copy the question in vertical form. It is given in horizontal form in the textbook, but I'll directly write like this. So step deviation, they have given the class second column is X, third column is F as usual. These 3 columns are same in all the questions. The range is 30 to 40, 40 to 50, 50 to 60, 60 to 70, 70 to 80, 80 to 90 and 90 to 100. Okay, and the values of F, this frequency is also given in the question. It is 10, 12, 14, 12, 9, 7, 6. Okay, let's solve this. First we find the mid value. Okay, so how to find the mid value? Midpoint of 30 and 40. 30 and 40 midpoint is 35. See, if you don't know, I've told you last time what to do. Add both the numbers, 30 plus 40 upon 2. So you will get 70 upon 2, that is 35. 35 is the center point of 30 and 40. Okay. Now, whatever we did in shortcut method, that we have to do here also. Okay, so here also I'll have to find D. D is X minus A. So those steps will be same. What is D? X minus A. First let me complete this. This is 45, 55, 65, 75, 85, 95. This difference between them is always same in all the sums. Okay, so once you know that first number is 35, second number is 45, 10 is the difference, then you can continue writing it like directly. So deviation is X minus A. What is A? A is assumed mean. So we have to take some value from here, assumed mean. So I'll take the center value. I'll take assumed mean as 65. Okay, my assumed mean is 65. A. Okay, so X minus A means this first value 35 minus A. So 35 minus 65 is 30. Then 45 minus 65 is 20. I'm sorry, minus 30 minus 20. Are you getting me? See, x minus a means 45 minus, this is a 65, so 45 minus 65 is minus 20. 55 minus 65 is minus 10. 65 minus 65 is 0. 75 minus 65, it is 10. Then 85 minus 65, 20. 95 minus 65, 30. I got D. Now the next column is the new column here. In step deviation, we have to find T. What is T here? T is something new here, that is x, whatever answer you got, x minus a, like I can write it directly, D upon I. How to find T? T is D upon I. What is D? D is these values, that is x minus a. Okay, the actual formula for T is x minus a upon I. Okay, so this x minus a is nothing but D, correct? So it is D upon I. Now what is D? Minus 30. What is I? I, you write it here. I stands for class size. Okay, I stands for class size. Now how to find class size here? So see the question, this. You can find class size by two ways. You can see the difference here. What is the difference? 35 to 45, 10, 45 to 55, 10, 55 to 65, 10. 10 is the difference. So class size is 10. Or you can see here also. What is the difference? 30 to 40, 10, 40 to 50, 10 difference. So class size is 10. We can get it from here also or from here also. It is better to take it from here. Okay, because sometimes the question given is not continuous. So at that time there may be a mistake in class size. So better you take it from here, the class size. Okay. So now T, how will I find T? D upon I. In this question, what is I? Class interval is, class size is 10. So I'll write it here. I is 10 in this question. So D divided by I. D is minus 30. So minus 30 divided by 10 is minus 3. Minus 20 divided by 10, minus 2. Minus 10 divided by 10, minus 1, 0. 10 divided by 10, 1, 2, 3. I got the values of T. This was the new column which we find in step deviation. Okay, this is the new part. Then the last column is FT. Okay, like in direct method we used to find Fx. In shortcut method we used to find Fd. In step deviation method we will find Ft. Okay, Ft means F into the value T. Okay, F into T. So F is 10 into T, minus 3. So this first value is minus 30. Then 12 into minus 2. So minus 24. 14 into minus 1. Minus 14. 12 into 0. 9 into 1. 7 into 2. 6 into 3. 80. Now I got Ft. Okay. We are doing step deviation. Now I'll add all the values of Ft. I'll get summation of Ft. Okay. Summation of Ft, and I'll add all the values of F. So I'll get summation of F. Okay. So how to do the addition? I've told you, first add the negative values. So the negative values is 30, 54, 54, 68. So you have minus 68, and then here 18 plus 14 is 32. 32 plus 9 is 41. So when I take the difference, I'll get minus 27. Okay, so I'll get minus 27. summation of ft is minus 27. Summation of f, if you add all the values of f, you will get the answer as 70. Okay, now this part is done. Now last step. See, this part is so important. To complete this, it will take you at least 5 to 7 minutes, 7 to 8 minutes to complete this table. Okay, but you have to take it because it is worth the time, as it will give you 4 to 5 marks in exam. So you can spend 5, 7 minutes, 8 minutes, or at least 10 minutes also maximum on this sum. Now the formula for step deviation. Mean means x bar. I told you mean symbol for mean is x bar is equals to a plus summation of ft upon summation of f into I. This part is new. Formula for step deviation is a plus summation of ft upon summation of f into I. Okay, and what was I in this question? We took I as 10. Okay, now let's put the values. So I took assumed mean as 65. Okay, see here 65, so I'll take here 65 plus summation of ft is minus 27 upon summation of f 70 into I 10. Okay, always keep a habit of solving this part first, this entire part, and then touch this value of a. Okay, first to solve this part. So this 0 will get cancelled. 27 upon 7, I'll divide 27 upon 7, so 7 3s are 21, 6.7 8s are 56, 4 0 7 5s are 35, so I am getting approximately 3.85. okay, 3.85. so, and there is a minus sign also here, so this is 65 minus 3.85, because plus minus is minus. Now 65 minus 3.85, answer will be 61.15. okay, so my mean is 61.8515. okay, this is how we do step deviation method. I hope you have understood the method, and you have to be very disciplined. I am giving you 2 sums for homework. I have sent the pictures of statistics chapter in the group also, from frank and concise both. Okay, so I want you to practice 2 sums of step deviation using the same method. First, you solve the same sum without looking at the solution, and by doing all the calculations by yourself. Okay, solve the same sum. Once you have done with this sum, you solve question number 4. okay, from exercise 24b only. Solve question number 4, and after solving this question number 4, solve one solved example of step deviation only. Okay, you can do like this also. Solve this solved example first and then do question number 4. okay, why solved example? So that you can check your calculations, because you are doing it for the first time. You can check your calculations again and again. Do this, then do question number 4 for practice, and this sum. So these 3 sums, you should practice at least 3 sums of step deviation before attending the next video lecture. Okay, be honest with yourself, practice, it is very important, and don't think that once you know the steps you'll be able to do it later. You will forget. If you don't practice, you will forget. Okay, now I'll do one more sum of Before that, I'll give you something here for practice. The formulas. See here. For direct method, we find x, then we find f, and we find fx. Correct? And the formula for mean is summation of fx upon summation of f. Correct? See, this is a summary for you, so you can learn it from here. For shortcut method, we find x, we find f, then we find d. Okay, and then we find fd. Correct? Where d is x minus a and a is assumed mean. Okay, and the formula for mean in shortcut method is a plus summation of fd upon summation of f. Correct? Then in step deviation, you have x, you find f, you find d, then you find t. Correct? What is t? D upon I. Correct? And then you find ft. So you have 5 columns here. Correct? Where I is class size. Okay, and the formula for mean is a plus summation of ft upon summation of f into summation of ft plus summation of f into I. Correct? Where I is class size. Okay, so these are the 3 methods which we have done. Now we have completed exercise 24a and 24b. Okay, in the next video I'll do one more sum. Next video I'll do one more sum based on step deviation, and once I complete that, I'll start with mode. Okay, mode sums. So that's it for today. I'll stop here.